so smart, has seen so much, that he can make the complex so simple that it humbles you and embarrasses you. I was embarrassed yesterday listening to him, how smart he is, how simple it was. He went, he went 4.5 hours with the coaching. Forget the clinic. Like, he came in and met with our coaching staff. And 3.5 hours in, I was like, Coach, would you like a water, a cup of coffee? Would you like to use the restroom? Because I desperately had to use the restroom, you know. And he's like, I'm fine, Matt. I was like, yes, sir.
Oh, I could definitely relate. I could relate. I mean, that's how I assume people talk about me. You know, that's probably what you say after every show.
That's how they talk about you.
Like when you finish Brother from Another, you're probably like, I was embarrassed. Listen to how smart Michael is.
I was embarrassed.
I understand.
No, I was embarrassed after talking to Mike Smith and listen to what Mike Smith had to say. I was embarrassed for him.
I'm convinced that's what our viewers say. It's like, oh my God, like how Michael Smith makes things so simple, or are they saying that I'm simple? Either way, I just imagine, you know, that's how people, you know, respond to our rhetoric on this here program.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. This is how people respond to, like, Mike. It's not how people respond to Michael Smith, respectfully. It's how people respond to Prince, Black Thought, Bill Belichick, geniuses of industry. They get this kind of conversation. They get these honors, which is why, I don't know, people like you, Mike, I don't know, people like you say, oh, I'm not surprised Bill Belichick didn't get a head coaching job. I'm not surprised. Be surprised. Be embarrassed that Bill Belichick is not coaching in the NFL, but Matt Eberflus is. Like, come on.
Well, when you put it that way, well, first of all, ain't no reason for Matt Eberflus to be catching strays this early on a Wednesday morning. That was completely uncalled for. But when you put it that way, way, I mean, speaking of embarrassing, and I'm sure you could, you know, fill in the blank with any number of names that are currently coaching in the NFL. It was never about. Listen, I didn't want to spend that much time on this. I just wanted to, you know, talk about how much Matt Rhule sounds like he was talking about me. But since you brought it up, it was never about Bill Belichick's football acumen. It was never about that. It was whether or not another organization wanted to partner with him despite the very same difficulties that caused a relationship in New England, a very successful one for the most part, to run its course. That's what didn't surprise me. That another organization didn't want to sign up for the very thing that Robert Kraft divorced him for.
Well, speaking of, and this is not a shot. This is not a shot. But Robert Kraft.
Here comes a shot.
No, it's not. It's not a shot.
Of course it is. Coming from you. Of course it is. Of course it is. You've already. Matt Eberflus is like, damn, dog. I mean, like, so go ahead. What you got now?
Even Matt Eberflus says, hey, when you say it that way, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, I got no comeback for that.
That ain't even personal. But Robert Kraft, you're talking about divorce. Robert Kraft and others have been on second and third relationships. It's not a shot. They've been on second and third relationships.
Sure.
Arthur Blank, I think has had 2 or 3 relationships. This has happened for some people.
Right.
So that's part of it. So yeah, Bill Belichick, you cannot. I think it's foolish. It's really foolish for anybody, any owner or general manager, to look at Bill Belichick and say, well, it sure did get ugly in the end after in New England. Hey, did it get ugly after year 5? No. Was it ugly after year 10? No. It was ugly right around year 18, 19. And if I last 18 or 19 years with you guys, you know what you're going to have? You're going to have a lot of Lombardis up on your shelves behind those cases. So, look, it didn't work out with the other one, but why are you bringing up old stuff? Why are you bringing up my previous relationship? Why are you bringing up my ex when I'm right here telling you what I can bring to you? And just like anybody else. Some people you click with, some people you don't.
Listen, please don't take this, talking about not being a shot, please don't take this as ageism. I just think it's trending toward a younger man's profession. Younger man's profession. But I will say this. Oh,
first of all, we were born in the same decade. So ageism, you talking to the audience, or you talking to me? Because we were born in the same decade.
No. I just mean, older people in general.
I just want to point that out to you.
Having said that, all I hope is that Bill Belichick stays close to the game. He has a lot to offer. He's a walking, not only institution, but an encyclopedia. I hope we get to see and hear some of what Matt Rhule was referencing. So whether he's coaching or not, I mean, he's got nothing else to prove coaching-wise. He does have a record to break, but nothing else to prove coaching-wise. I'd just like to see him in some capacity stay connected to the game of football.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.